I tried to write the margin.
I'll know if you go like this. Necessary. I'll got this. I always write this. Right always. And this is my background. So, in case I spit on somebody else, I just check to see if it's I have 30 minutes to share with that. Yes.
What's up, sir? What's up? Spit it on me.
Second grade here. You are second grade? So this whole row is second grade. Through and the buttons and everything. Come on. Don't say that at school. The teachers don't like you. Just say.
What do you say?
I said, do I have those my shirt?
What did that? What did he say?
What do you think that is? Is that a box?
No.
What is it?
I don't know.
A Torah case. Or an ark. There's a Torah in there. We can open it afterwards. We don't need it.
If I put my card in there, it says it's already somewhere. It's a card. So when a drawer's in a cabinet, it's a card. When underwear's in a drawer, it's in a cabinet.
He just said.
Oh my God, I just said underwear. I meant socks. Sorry. Well, young people is coming in.
You saw your part? Okay. So, Lauren's going to come up and eat dough with you. So you just pretend to eat dough. And you have to float. And then, when you're pouring heavy, you'll see it in there.
They're all just like asking, oh, this is my shit.
You just stand in the side and then you got
Nice to see you. I'm actually the custodian. Yeah, but I clean the floors tonight, and that's why you're not see me.
you're hyping the crowd. Hyping the crowd.
Everybody say Hine,
Hine,
Matov,
Matov,
Uma, Naim, Sheverachim, Sheverachim, Gam, Yachad. Everybody say Hine, Matov, Uma, Naim, Sheverachim, Sheverachim, Gam, Yachad. Hine, Matov, Uma, Naim, Sheverachim, Gam, Yachad. Hine, Matov, Uma, Naim, Sheverachim, Gam, Yachad. Everybody say Hine, Matov, Uma, Naim, Sheverachim, Sheverachim, מה טוב ומה נעים, שבראכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבראכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבראכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבראכים גם יחד. Just you sing, הנה מה טוב. הנה מה טוב. You sound terrific. שבראכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבראכים גם יחד.
Boker Tov. Good morning. And today we get to have two greetings. We say Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
And we get to say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So exciting, two celebrations all in one. We just sang Hine Matov with Rick. How good and how wonderfully amazing it is that we can be here together on this beautiful morning to celebrate. And this morning we are celebrating Rosh Hashanah. We're celebrating the birthday of the world. And together we're going to go through some singing and praying, and we're going to raise our voices together and celebrate Rosh Hashanah also with a very special guest. Can anybody guess? We've got a spider web over here. Sammy the spider might show up soon. So, are we ready to pray, everybody? Everybody stand up. Really big stretch, way up high, way up high. All right, we are going to get ready and join together with Rick singing Baruch Hu, our warm-up prayer this morning.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Shem Kivon Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
All right, let's stretch our hands up one more time. Way up high. Stretch them down low. Can you touch your feet? Maybe. All right, let's stretch out in front. And now we're going to get ready to bring God close to us. I want you to put your hands right next to your ear. We're getting ready to say Shema, which means listen. And when we say Shema, we focus. So it's like we put on our blinders and we say Shema, pushing our hands out like we're focusing our hearts and our minds, and we're just listening. Shema Yisrael. We take our pinky finger in the air and we bring it around our whole community, Yisrael, and open our Torah scroll, Yisrael. Adonai, we reach up way up high to God, Adonai. In Eloheinu, we bring God close to us for safety, like a seatbelt. So put on your seatbelt. Eloheinu, Adonai, reach back up really high. And Echad, we put okay fingers together and bring it close to our hearts. Because with God, everything is okay. And we join together with hands and with hearts and with singing.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivon Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Okay, friends, you can go ahead and be seated because we might have a couple of guests joining us in just a minute. And so, the Let's see if we can find our Sammy Spider. Does someone see Sammy Spider? I think I see Mrs. Spider over here. Can everybody wave to Mrs. Spider? Hi, Mrs. Spider. What about Sammy Spider?
Oh, I know.
Where do we think Sammy Spider is?
He's right there.
Where?
There.
Where? I don't see Sammy Spider.
Back there.
Back there? I think so too. Where do spiders live?
In a web.
In a web. Lots of spiders live in web. So I think that's where we'll look for Sammy Spider. Ah, here's Sammy Spider. Sammy is a small, curious spider living in the Shapiros. Wave Josh Shapiro. Hi, Josh. In the Shapiros' family home. One day, we find Sammy dangling from a silk strand of webbing near the big window in the Shapiros' living room.
Look, Mom! Here comes the mail carrier with more cards for the Shapiros. Why have they been delivering so many cards this week?
Well, Sammy, the Shapiros are getting ready to celebrate Rosh Hashanah. Those cards are from family and friends who are wishing them a Shana Tova, a very happy, good New Year.
Will we get cards too?
Silly little Sammy. Spiders don't celebrate Rosh Hashanah. No, spiders spin webs. Which reminds me, our web is getting just a little crowded. When you were born, we lived in a small web, and now this is a middle-sized web. But you grew so much over the summer that we need to spin a large one.
Sammy wasn't paying attention to his mom. He was hanging above a shelf watching Mrs. Shapiro read and display the new cards. They were all different sizes.
Mom! The cards are so beautiful, aren't they?
Before Mrs. Spider could answer, Sammy scurried across the ceiling into the Shapiro's kitchen, where Mrs. Shapiro and Josh were kneading dough and shaping it into circles.
Hey! Mom! What are they doing now?
Sammy, they're making round challah for Rosh Hashanah. And they're making so many, they're for family and friends.
Hey, can we make challah too?
Silly little Sammy. Spiders don't make challah and knead dough. Spiders spin webs.
All right, little spiders and big spiders, get up on your feet. Get up on your feet. Everybody stretch it out a little bit, wiggle it out a little bit. Okay? Get your spidey arms ready. Spinning, spinning, spinning on this holy day. Everybody spin around. Spinning, 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 each in our own way. We turn to God, that's tefillah. Everyone say tefillah. We turn to others, say tshuva. We turn to those in need of care. That's called tzedakah. Get ready to spin. Here we go. Spinning, spinning, spinning on this holy day. Spin the other way. Spinning, 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 each in our own way. Great spinning, everybody.
The next morning, as everyone took a seat, Sammy woke to a chopping sound in the kitchen. Chop, 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 chop. Mrs. Shapiro was slicing apples. Red ones, yellow ones, and green ones. Next to her, Josh was filling bowls with honey and singing about apples and honey.
Apples and honey for the new year. Apples and honey, Rosh Hashanah's here. A very good year, a very sweet year. You all sing it. Apples and honey for the new year. Apples and honey for the new year. Apples and
Hashanah because it begins or it began last night. At dinner tonight, the Shapiros are going to dip their apples into the honey for a very sweet new year.
Can we dip our honey and the apples in the honey too?
Silly little Sammy. Spiders don't dip apples in honey. What do spiders do? Spin webs.
That's right. The next morning, everyone got dressed up to go to synagogue. Who all got dressed up this morning to go to synagogue? Oh yeah, let's see what Josh is gonna say.
I can't wait for the Rabbi to blow the shofar.
Oh, Josh.
Josh and his family are going to services. The shofar will be blown during services for the new year.
Hey, can we go to the synagogue too?
Silly little Sammy, spiders don't go to the synagogue.
Wait, there are no flies?
Spiders spin webs.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Rabbi?
Okay, so there are multiple sounds for the shofar, and we have hand motions for each of them. The first one is tekiah. Can you say tekiah?
Tekiah.
That's right. And when we do this, we're going to make a shofar. Can you make a shofar with your hand? Put it up to your lips. You're going to say tekiah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year.
What was that first one? Tekiah. That's right. The second one is called shivarim.
Shivarim.
And that means broken. And so we make 3 broken sounds and we go shivarim. Let's do that together. Shivarim. And then that first one, tekiah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year.
Number 3 is called teruah. And teruah is really, really broken up. And we're going to make 9 sounds. And for each of these, it's kind of like chopping those apples. We've got to cut it up. And so we're going to go teruah. Nice. What was the second one? Shivarim. And tekiah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year.
And the fourth one is my favorite one. We're going to do it, and it's going to be tekiah gedolah. And so I have a question. Anyone know what gedol means in Hebrew? Yes.
It means aloud. Yeah.
It can mean a loud. It also means a big one. And so what I'm going to have us do is we're going to make this really long, and we're going to go tekiah gedolah. Wonderful. And what is number 3? Teruah. Shivarim. Tekiah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Tekiah. Shivarim.
And a big deep breath. Tekiah gedolah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast.
That's one of my favorites as well. The amazing thing about Rosh Hashanah, though, is that sometimes we're really, really happy and celebratory and excited, and sometimes we kind of take it down a notch and slow down. It is Shabbat today. It is a day of rest. So we also take in a big deep breath and breathe out. And we think about shalom, about peace, about rest and wholeness.
Oh, say shalom, shalom, Imromah, Buyaseh, shalom, Aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen. Everyone clap your hands like this. Get them up high, get them up, get them up. Oh, say, shalom, Imromah, Buyaseh, shalom, Aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'imru. Hands up. Amen. All right, here we go, ready? Oh, say, shalom, Imromah, Buyaseh, shalom, Aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'imru. Hands up.
In the hustle and bustle of the Shapiro's house, with all of the chopping of apples and getting ready for synagogue, Sammy didn't hear his mom. Instead, he swung down into the kitchen counter and crawled toward that bowl of apples. He was so excited that he didn't notice the spilled honey on the counter, and he stepped right into it. All of a sudden, Sammy couldn't move. All 8 of his little legs were stuck in the honey.
Mom! Help! Mom! It really smells down here, Mom! I can't get up, Mom!
And so Mrs. Spider lowered herself on a strand of webbing and tried to pull Sammy free. She pulled and pulled until she had to catch her breath, and Sammy began to cry. As he bent his face to wipe away the tears, some of the honey got in his mouth, and it tasted quite sweet. Is that
Hey, that stuff smells pretty good. It's all right. I can get that stuck there for a while. I got it.
And so Sammy began... And so Sammy kept eating and eating and eating, and he ate all the honey, and all of a sudden wasn't stuck anymore. And so his mom scooped him up and gave him a very big hug.
See, Mom, spiders can have a sweet new year. All you have to do is dip me in the honey.
Well, Sammy, the Shapiros can have a sweet new year. I'm just happy to have a sweet you near.
And so let's put our arms around those people we came with, have a sweet them near, as we offer a special blessing.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Hir Adonai panav lecha v'yikunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha V'yasem lecha shalom V'yasem lecha shalom.
May God bless you
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you.
And may God's presence surround each one of you, and may the presence of God in your lives bring to you that very special gift of peace in your heart.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ir Adonai panav lecha v'kunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha V'yasem lecha shalom V'yasem lecha shalom.
And so we practiced those blasts earlier today. Now we're going to hear it actually from the shofar. The first thing we do is we offer our shofar blessing. And so it begins, Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech haolam,
Eloheinu melech haolam,
Asher kiddushanu,
Asher kiddushanu,
b'mitzvotav,
b'mitzvotav,
v'tzivanu,
v'tzivanu,
lishmoa,
lishmoa,
kol shofar.
kol shofar.
You want to do check down all of them? Okay. Tikiyah. Shivarim. Teruah. And everybody ready? This is the big one. Let's do it all together. Tikiyah Gedolah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Lishana Tova Tikatevu, Lishana Tova Tikatevu. A good year, a year of peace we wish to you. Lishana Tova, Lishana Tova Tikatevu, Lishana Tova Tikatevu. A good year, a year of peace we wish to you.
Shana Tova, have a wonderful, wonderful New Year, and we'll see you throughout the weekend. Piling the holidays on. You have lunch for